blood supply to the kidney. Why we are seeing that here is, that is going to tell us how the blood flow is entering into the kidney. So which artery is bringing blood to the kidney? Renal artery. It is a branch from abdominal aorta. In which position? At the level of L2. Okay, so the renal artery is taking its branch from the abdominal aorta at the level of L2. Okay, clear? And then the renal artery is now entering into the hilum of the kidney. Then once when it enters into the kidney, it is giving its multiple divisions that was being given in this picture. Okay, so first it is passing through the space in between the renal pyramids. What you call this? Renal column of Bertin. So that branch where the artery traveling in between the renal pyramids, you can also tell on either sides of the renal pyramids, that is called as interlobar artery. Then this interlobar artery, once when it reaches the base of the pyramid, it will supply the entire length of the base of the pyramid. So that branch you call as arcuate artery. Okay, so this is the arcuate artery. And then it is giving its small branches. The arcuate artery is further giving the small branches, which you call as interlobular artery. This is the one which is supplying the cortical segments of the kidney. And all these interlobular artery will be like this. It will give its small branch like this. That is going to form the afferent arterioles. Okay, so up to this, the arterial system of the renal kidney is over. After the afferent arterioles, it has entered into the glomerulus, and now whatever blood, it is the blood vessel which is coming out of the glomerulus is going to constitute the efferent arteriole. Okay, so that is carrying the venous blood. Okay, so then as the same way how it has entered. See over here, the renal artery entering into the part of the pyramid, and then you are getting, it is undergoing many divisions to supply each pyramid. So all these are the segmental arteries which is supplying each pyramids. Okay, then it is passing on either side of the renal pyramids, which forms the interlobar arteries. Then the base of the renal pyramid, where the arcuate artery you are getting. From the arcuate artery you are getting the branches which is supplying the cortical portions. Interlobular arteries, this is interlobar, this is interlobular. That is the place always we will do the mistake. And then interlobular artery now giving the afferent arteriole entering into the nephron, that is glomerulus. Then the venules is coming out, efferent arteriole, and then it constitutes the same corresponding veins, interlobular veins, arcuate veins, interlobar veins. Except segmental artery, you will have all the corresponding veins. This is how easily you can remember. Okay, clear? So this is how the blood supply to the kidney is taking place. And one more important thing which I have to emphasize over here is, see for example, this is your single unit of nephron, and you are getting the afferent arteriole over here. This is your afferent arteriole, and then efferent arteriole. This afferent arteriole, it is not just only present over here. It is present throughout the entire length of the nephron. And the efferent arteriole, once when it comes out of the glomerulus, then also it will have its entire supply over here. And all this is having its corresponding capillary connection between this. This pattern of arrangement of blood supply in the kidney, you call it as vasa recta. We are going to see in the urine formation about the tubular reabsorption, tubular secretion, everything. Tubular reabsorption in the sense from the tubular portion, something is going to be reabsorbed back to the blood vessel. And tubular secretion is from the blood vessel, it is going to enter into the tubules. From where it is reabsorbed, where it is giving. From where it is bringing the secretion into the tubule. Everything is from the blood vessels to the blood vessels. So how the blood vessels are arranged inside the kidney. This is how it is arranged, and that is called as vasa recta. In the formation of urine, we are going to see the tubular reabsorption at various segments, proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle, distal convoluted tubule. Everything we are going to see where the contents are coming from and to where it is going to the blood vessels. So how the blood vessels? This is very, very important. A simple concept, but this is how it is arranged. This vasa recta plays a major role in countercurrent mechanism. Okay, clear? And now we will move on to the formation of urine. Before that, we will see another structural representation, juxtaglomerular apparatus. This is the another important type of cells which is present at the Bowman's capsule. So this is the afferent arteriole, this is efferent arteriole. Okay, on the either side of the afferent arteriole, you have a group of cells. They are called as juxtaglomerular cells. This juxtaglomerular cells, its main role is to detect the blood pressure when the blood is entering into the kidney, whether the blood pressure is low or high. If there is decrease in the blood pressure from the afferent arteriole, then immediately it will sense that there is decrease of blood pressure and it starts secreting the hormone called as renin. The role of renin is to activate the RAS mechanism and it increases the blood pressure. Okay, so this is how the kidney is sensing the blood pressure and it is releasing whenever required, not always. Clear? So that is one feature in the juxtaglomerular apparatus, that is juxtaglomerular cells. It is in the afferent arterioles. And next, coming to the another category, you call it as macula densa. This macula densa is an aggregation of cells which is present in between the afferent and the efferent arterioles. And the another third category of cells called as, that is behind the macula densa, crowded over here. They are called as Lassie cells. They are also called as extramesangial cells. Okay, clear? So this is the arrangement of juxtaglomerular apparatus, and the macula densa main thing is they are the crowded structures. It acts as a chemoreceptor specifically for the sodium. So in the sense, if there is increase or decrease in the sodium, it will give signal to the tubular system of the nephron to either retain the sodium or to reabsorb the sodium. So that will determine the fluid level. This is how the kidney is playing a role in maintenance of blood volume. Blood pressure is by renin from the juxtaglomerular cells, and blood volume, body fluids, we have seen it, its function. That is because of the macula densa, which is a chemoreceptor for sodium. And the third one we have seen is the Lassie cells. Its main role is to maintain the GFR, glomerular filtration rate.